What's up, you guys? It's Brandi. Thank you for tuning in to my channel. Today I'm coming on with another foundation review video for none other than the foundation series. I'm excited about this foundation because many of you guys have been asking me to try this out. I've been wanting to, but the price tag of it has been kind of like keeping me from buying it. Plus the finish of it that it's supposed to give and things like that. I'm just like, my dry skin, my pockets, I don't know if it's something I want to try, but since you guys repeatedly asked me to try this and include it in the foundation series, I was like, why not? I feel like I have my perfect shade in it, and it's a large variety of shades in this foundation line. So I was like, I definitely need to include it just because of the inclusiveness that this brand seems to have as an objective for them. We're gonna go ahead and jump in. I'm not gonna have a super long intro and all of that because we wanna get to the good stuff. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get down to the nitty gritty with this and see what it's about. So you guys know how I do it here on the channel. I want to welcome all of you guys who might be new here. Thank you for stopping by and taking a look at some of my content. Hopefully you will find it informative, you will enjoy my personality and your time spent here, and it will make you want to become a member of this family by clicking that little red subscribe button. Now for all of my other OGs out there, welcome back. Let's go ahead and jump into today's video. You guys will not believe what I just did. It was a rookie move. I'm gonna just say that. I just filmed the entire application process of this foundation, but I forgot to turn my mic on. So here I am again. I just wiped it all off, re-moisturizing everything, and we're gonna jump back into this again. I'm so pissed with myself. I'm gonna try to give y'all my real raw first impression again, but it's kind of hard because I've already tried it. But we're gonna work through it. This is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup. Now, the packaging, it's a glass bottle, it's frosted. Y'all know how I feel about frosted bottles. Not really my favorite, but it's not a deal breaker. Now, the one thing that kind of is a deal breaker for me, the foundation has to be like absolutely amazing and blow me away for me to look past this, is the fact that this does not have a pump to it. Like, come on, this looks luxe, lavish and all of that, and you mean to tell me y'all can't give me a pump? Like, what's up? However, I do feel like some people have said like the MAC pumps you can get from the store, like purchase them on their own, actually work with these. So if I really love this and decide to keep it and wear it and all of that, I might invest in one of those pumps. Other than that, I don't have anything bad to say about the packaging. Get 1.0 fluid ounces. I picked mine up in the shade 5W1, which is also considered bronze, and it's warm golden. Now I went between this one, rich caramel, and I think cinnamon. They're all kind of like close in that range together, but I don't think they had the other two shades, so that's why I ended up picking up this one. Hopefully this will be a spot on match for me, or it'll be something I can at least work with. So in terms of the claims, it says that there are over 55 shades of this foundation. Now that was one thing that kind of like caught my attention because there they are with that diversity. I was telling y'all that inclusiveness. They're trying to capture all of our skin tones, undertones, and whatnot. It's supposed to be 24-hour staying power, and this is their #1 foundation worldwide. For all skin tones, all undertones, Double Wear is made in your shade. Flawless, natural, matte. It feels lightweight and so comfortable you won't believe it's super long wear. No touch-ups needed. Unifies uneven skin tone and covers imperfections with buildable medium to full coverage. Stays color true, won't look gray on deeper skin tones. Praise Jesus, because that's something we do not want. I don't know why other companies can't get that together, but I'm happy that they're looking out for us, okay? Double Wear is oil-free and oil controlling. Waterproof, transfer resistant, it lasts in hot and humid weather, keeps up with your busy day. For millions of women, it's Double Wear or nada. It doesn't actually say that, it says nothing, but I like to be a little bit extra. It means the same thing in Spanish, okay? So jumping in, yes, I have two really dirty beauty tools that I originally washed. They was fresh when I first came on to do this, but look past that, it has a little bit of foundation on it, but we're still gonna use these. So as usual, I'm gonna use two different beauty tools to apply the foundation. I'm gonna use my Fenty Beauty Sponge on one side and my Sigma 3D HD Kabuki brush on the other side. I did not use a primer all I did was like moisturize my skin very, very well because y'all know I have dry skin. You got to prep the skin. I feel like you can pretty much get away with wearing any foundation you want as long as you prep your skin properly, whether you have dry skin, oily skin, combo skin, whatever. You just need to know how to prepare it. Okay, and I am liking the coverage. I'm already seeing that medium covered with the sponge. I'm definitely not getting full just right out the gate, but I'm definitely getting medium. So that's what the sponge side looks like. It blended out really easily. It's easy to work with, like it's not drying down super quickly, so you can spread it out all over and get a nice even layer. It didn't, of course, fully cover this blemish up here, and it didn't fully cover this one right here on my cheek. So I am gonna go back in and spot, you know, like give a little bit extra love to those areas after. So going on the other side, we're gonna do the brush. On the brush side, I feel like I did get a little bit extra coverage than the sponge, but I still didn't get full coverage just with that one layer. I can still see like these two blemishes poking through a little bit. So I'm gonna apply just a little bit more on those spots just to build that coverage up, only on those spots because I don't want a cakey mess on my hands. Okay, yeah, that did it. That gave me that full right where I needed it. I'm even loving the way that this is looking around like the top part of my mouth with the hyperpigmentation. That's normally like the hardest place for me to get good coverage where it doesn't look dark or gray or like I need to color correct. Okay, so we got full coverage, baby. This is what my skin is looking like with the foundation only applied on both sides. I have basically one full layer and then I just built it up in the areas that needed it. So I'm liking it. I don't feel like it's dried down to that natural matte just yet. I am gonna give it some time to dry down while before I put the rest of my makeup on. So when I come back, I'll let you guys know if it actually dried down fully. But hunty, I am liking this. I'm liking it. If it doesn't suck all the moisture out of my skin throughout the day, this might be a winner. Now I'm seeing why you guys really wanted me to try this out. And I'm just like, where have you been all my life? Why have we not connected? Estee Lauder double wear? Why? As I said, I'm gonna let this dry for like a minute or two to see if we get that natural matte before I apply the rest of my makeup, and then I'll come back on, let you guys see what it looks like, and then we're gonna start today's wear test. So I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, I'm back. I've now finished the rest of my face, and this is what everything is looking like. I really am loving this foundation a lot. However, I am having some slight issues with it when using other products with it. Now, that's something that it isn't out of the ordinary with foundations that dry down into like a matte finish, but it's something that I've never actually experienced with foundations that I've tried that have a matte finish, and that's blending it or blending concealer on top of it. Now, what I was gonna use today was the Fenty Beauty New Concealer, which I've done a review on and all of that. If you wanna check that out, I'll link it in the description box below. So like I didn't have the best experience with this, but I wanted to give it another shot. So when applying this on top of the foundation, it actually was a disaster because the foundation had already dried down. When I started blending it out, it started looking really splotchy in those areas and it was tough to blend out. So I was thinking it was more so because of the finish of the foundation. So I ended up having to wipe everything off and apply it again for the third time. So I've been going through some things with this foundation trying to make it work. And also I ended up using a different concealer. I used my Tarte. I always want to say Shape Tape, but it's the Tarte Shape Tape. I ended up using this and the consistency is a little bit different. It's kind of a little bit more watery or liquidy, so you can kind of work with it before it sets down. And this actually ended up working really, really well for my under eye and everywhere else. However, I am having like some type of splotchiness. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it's literally right here where I've tried to build the foundation back up over this because it seems like the foundation came off when I was blending out the concealer here on my chin, and then I can't build it back up. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might have to like wipe off all of this area and redo it again. If so, I will let you guys know that later on tonight when I come back. But in all other areas on my face, like the concealer and all my other products blended out easily. I use mostly powder products after I apply my foundation, so that's why I don't feel like I had much of an issue except with the concealer. So I don't know, that's a little bit of a drawback for me. If I have to only be able to use certain products with the foundation, that's kind of a problem for me because it's going to limit me. But in terms of the way my face looks, the foundation, everything, the finish, your girl is loving it. Even with like my fine lines around my mouth, my forehead, all of that, it's not settling. I'm not noticing any of that just yet. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that it continues to stay this way. I really don't have anything bad to say about the foundation other than if it doesn't play with other products well, that will be the only negative at this point. This is going to be our starting point. It's currently 11:16 in the morning. I am going to be hanging out with my girlfriends later on this evening, so I'm going to have all day to wear this, all night, and then we're going to come back on and I'm going to let you guys know how this really held up. But right now, your girl has high hopes because this is looking flawless. Like, pores where, fine lines where. It's looking real good. So I'm gonna get off of here, go get me some breakfast, feed my belly, and do some other work, and I will see you guys at the end of the night. All right, you guys, I'm back. It's now the end of the night. However, it is a different night from the day that I actually applied this foundation, or what you're gonna see on camera. Now, what happened was I came home from my girlfriend's house. It had been raining and I really put this foundation through the ringer that night. But when I got home, within probably like 5 or 10 minutes, the power went out. So I ended up having to just nix doing the end of it because the power stayed out for a good minute. And after that, I was just not even in the mood to film or do anything because I was just annoyed and frustrated. So what I did, I applied the foundation today, wore it for, it's now 9 o'clock, so I've had this on for 9 hours, which I feel is a good wear time. Now, this is what my skin is looking like, and your girl is real excited. I absolutely love this foundation, like hands down. This is about to be my favorite foundation, and I've waited so long for this. I see what the hype was about with this because my skin looks flawless. This is literally the exact same way that my skin looked when I applied this foundation earlier today. I don't have any shine. The shine that you see is actually highlight. I highlighted here above like my eyebrow, on my forehead. I have a lot of highlight on. So that's really what you see. It's not shine at all. This has stayed matte all day long. I've been cooking in the kitchen. It's been hot. I've been running around the house and doing stuff, and this foundation has held up and my skin still looks amazing. All of the fine lines on my face, it has not settled into them at all. I have dry skin and this is a matte finish foundation. You wouldn't even know that I have dry skin with the way that this has worn on my skin throughout the day. I really feel like if you're someone who has oily skin, this is probably going to work for you too, based on if you use like a mattifying primer underneath it. I didn't think I would like any other foundation more than my Maybelline Matte Plus Poreless, but this is giving me pretty much, I won't even say it's the exact same. It's actually better finish, consistency, and wear than the Maybelline Matte Plus Poreless. The only drawbacks of this foundation that I see right now is the fact that it doesn't really play well with other products or the ones that I've tried. If you're gonna use the liquid products on top of this, you really have to work quickly because the foundation sets down so quickly into that matte finish. Also, just looking at my face overall, matching my neck and stuff like that throughout the day, I really feel like bronze might not be like my spot on shade. For some reason, I feel like cinnamon, which I think is 5W1.5, will actually be a little bit better match. I'm like noticing my face in some mirrors, some lighting. It looks like the foundation might be just a hair too light, but I definitely can work with this. Overall, for me, I would definitely say this is a must-try foundation. Absolutely love it. I wish it was a little bit cheaper, but good things normally cost a lot of money. That is pretty much it. If you guys have any questions about something I mentioned in this video or something that I forgot to mention, feel free to leave any questions in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and show your girl some love. And if you are not a subscriber, go ahead and click that subscribe button and join the family as always. And until next time, I'll see all of you beauties later. Bye.